Okay, so here we go. It's going to put together a little bit video on your home registration for your tournament. And so I was already in here. I logged in as CDSA. I do have a login to come in and help as the admin, but you can see if you want to select your current tournament, you can pick any of them. Of course, we're talking about the home tournament now, so that's your Coriopolis Joad 220. And then when you go to the dashboard, what you'll see is a little bit of screen here to help you with target face and your registration. This is what I was asking about your capacity per line. The 32 was a guess. I can change that very easily. It doesn't really limit anything. It's just a helpful thing. But you have your line times, etc. here. All that can be done through the update tournament details. I can still help out with that. It's just to make sure we get it right. But this is a little thing to help you with your total registration. Now let's look at what you'll see here is that you see there's 39 requested. What that is that means that we have a request. If you go and see who those 39 are, we filter. There's all these different filters you can use. Registered only. It is Crowfoot and Coriopolis. So we are the two. I thought NSSA was going to try using it. Maybe they will, but I need to contact them. They seem to be just getting set up. But anyway, then the registered only tag shows that. Now, if I take that back off and I say an example, when you come into, you're going to send out your flyer. So if you want to come in and confirm those times, what you will do is in this confirm column, this is a little helpful thing, that 32, it'll show you how many time slots you filled in that thing, and it'll move each time you hit the update registration. So you have to hit the update registration either at the top or the bottom. Both work the same to make that move. But let's use a little use case here that I put together. Let's say you send out your flyer, and then the first thing you get back is Randy from Clareton. So Randy sends back and he says, I want all these people registered for your tournament. So let's just take the first one. We're just going to do one. And this was not yours, it was ours. But he says, okay, this Jackson Castile, he wants Saturday noon, 3:30, 7 as his 3 preferences. All right, so let's go find that. We don't want it registered. Let's look at all Claretons. This is a little filter to help you bring it up when you get those, and you see Jackson Castile. And I remember it was noon, 3:30, and 7. Now this is your choice if you want to put in the preferences. There's really no edits around this. It's just to help you put it in. You could just go right ahead and confirm their time. Say, okay, Randy was the first one to send it in. I'm going to give him the first spot in the noon time slot, and I'll do this and delete it back out here in a minute just to show you what happens. So if you do that, and you'll always get the update successful. You've just confirmed your first time. So let's put this back out to registered only, and I'll show you how this appears. That Jackson Castile got noon. You could be giving these other guys noons too. Like let's say Marcus Anderson, you give him a noon slot too. And I'll undo these as we go. And you hit update. All right. Now when you go back to the tournament dashboard, is you'll see you now have 2 confirmed at noon, remaining 30, 160 centimeter, 1 3 spot. That comes out of their Archer record. So most of the people are going to be there already. Let's go back here. We were just looking at this. We can turn off the registered only. But let's say that Randy sends you somebody that's not in the list. You can't find it. You send a name. It's Jane Doe. Well, there's this add new Archer button here. I won't do it, but you can go right through here and do these. If they don't send the birthday, that's okay. It says optional when you do the hover ever help. We do need the birth year because you'll see there's no place for their age class. The age class is calculated, so we can't get that wrong. Gender, bow, current merit, USA Archery, it's not going to bear down on you. Target face preference. Now that's kind of important because it does check to make sure that you got the kids that are shooting 60 centimeter actually have that as their target face preference. So when you do that and you hit add new Archer, of course I want to just to not clutter up things, and you go back to here, you will see them appear within their current club. So now one thing I wanted to do and add it is so that if you can see if you want to change the preferences, Or if you say, oh, I messed up, I really didn't mean to confirm their time, hopefully you didn't notify them. You'll get all this. But that's for, and if you hit edit, there's a reason I hid the delete. I didn't want to make it too easy to delete somebody from the registration, because you could potentially lose a lot of good information if you made it too easy to delete somebody. But if you do, what you'll see now is that Jackson Castile is gone. Okay, let's go back to the tournament dashboard. The other that's going to be how you register people as they come in the door. Now, as on your tournament dashboard, another thing you might want to do is confirm that. So when you hit export tournament roster, you're going to see it drop something into your downloads folder that you can open, and you can, let's give it a minute to open there, and you can send this out to the other clubs. It's telling the other clubs, you can see this Marcus Anderson is still sitting there with the confirmed time at noon, but it shows you, here's what I recorded. Is your preferences if you're going to do that, or you could just have confirmed times. So when you go to send out the confirmations like we do, you can do this as many times as you want, every week, after you take the first big hit, all that stuff. All right, so let's cut it there. As shown, it's 6 minutes. I'll show you a little bit about the tournament week and use my own tournament as an example, but for now I'm going to shut this one off so I make a nice short video. Just go back in to make sure we did no harm. Say registered only. There's none in Clairton. I just want to make sure that I take that time away from him. So you can play around with these and make sure you get everybody in there right. You can see we're back to where we started now with no one being registered. So okay, I'll stop it there, and I'll do another one on tournament week.